You want to deal with me? Lose a rig. Know what I mean? You keep meeting like this, people are gonna talk. Authentically handcrafted by colourful locals. Easy come, easy go. All right, I'm listening.
That there, Fed? So, you want to talk gardening? Foraging? Outfitting? You come to the right place, mate. Right then, got a whole list of chores for you, culminating in a jailbreak. Sound good? Good. Happy? Now get back to gardening. Muck bonnets ain't pleasant. You're in for a rough ride until it works through you. Sprodlings are bouncing back to health in record time. Here's hoping they're more careful about what they eat next time. Huh. The name should tell you everything you need to know. Reeking Puffball. Mercs are causing havoc left and right. Would you kindly weed out some of them muckers? Keep it up, mate. Once you cut down the other half, you can move on. You cleared him out right quick. Mercs will think twice before they come round these parts again. Corpus rank and file ain't the sharpest, but keeping supplies unguarded. Teach them to take better care of their things. Looks like the Mercs are onto us. I'm an all mate. See if you can make the next job look that easy. bunch of taxmen massing. Whatever it is they're planning, it ain't good. Keep them out of the area. Ooh, a devil's cap. Wicked little shroom, that one. More of them on the way. Keep swatting. Gone, one half to go. Clear out what's left. That's the last of the mercs. Poor muckers didn't stand a chance against you. The taxmen are using the Valis animals for all sorts of sadistic business. Think you can put an end to all that? Neff's taken some topside critters hostage. Free those vermin and see that they get out safe. Totally unharmed. Noko would be proud of that effort, he would. The circle can be brutal sometimes, but it can also be cute as a button. You did good saving this little fella.
You let them do what? Tenno? I will find you, mark my words!
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Hey, all of the deep mines. That's me go. Right then.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started. Anyone asks? We never talked. Head to Deck 12 and load the Thermia into the condenser. Then we start planning an attack on Exploiter. Neff's using the Exploiter Orb to mine those fractures. One breach, and Fortuna's concourse floods with Thermia. We tried taking Exploiter down, back in the day. We have to try again. But this time, we have to succeed. We don't, it'll be Deck 12 all over again. And I can't have that. Zood and her sisters built a thermic condenser. Load it with Thermia and we can start prepping for a fight. Home again. Deck 12. Most of the old SU never made it out. Legs' folks. And Zood's sisters. It broke her, you know? We've all tried getting through to her. But she insists they never existed. Zood?
I hear them. My sisters. Everything I hear echoes from my sisters' ears to my mind. One by one, I remember them saying goodbye. This is the last. Why can't I remember their names? What was that?
Solaris, united! You shall not be spared the rod, as those who came before you were not spared.
Hey! I remember you. Word of advice. Run while you still got legs. Oh no you don't. Get down here and take what's coming to you. Blow out her footholds. Her footing! Shoot out her blasted footing! We want to talk to you. Fuck it. Be a loving pot shot her footing. We want to talk to you. Sparky. Be a loving pot shot her footing. Her footing! Shoot out her blasted footing! We want to talk to you. Sparky. Be a loving pot shot her footing. annihilation. Heavens! Bust them!
Children, the winter chill invigorates our character and fortifies our bodies. Solaris united. You must be taught what to think, not how to think. Look at me when I'm speaking to you!
Oyster Pants thinks she's indestructible. Not today. Purging the condenser. How's your throwing arm, Tello?
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started. Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started. From her perch above Enrichment Lab 6...
Phase...
Gear...
Your rendezvous point is a cave. Coordinates marked. Lots of corpus traffic, so you'll want to do this softly.
Not an option. Comms just lit up. The taxmen are onto your quill. Sparky, get your team over there, now! This is the place. Eliminate those corpus teams before they find the quill.
Do you perhaps think yourself on safari? We are here to capture and preserve. And well done. Holster your weapons.
Quills are always one step ahead. Never seen one take a hit. He'll be around, hiding somewhere.
Dead? What kind of quill walks into an ambush? Search the body. Though I suspect the corpus will have already snatched up our protocols. No protocols, just fish bait? This is a bust.
Nah. For everything a quill does, there's a reason. Tenno, got a shock spear handy?
Something lodged in that servofish's intake. A digital wafer?
Hand-etched. With numbers. Coordinates, maybe. I need the rest. Try to gut. Arachnoids. Tenno! Get your fists up!
Another wafer, jammed in the intake. Coordinates, definitely. Pointing to somewhere on the Vallis. You can keep fishing to be certain, but it seems to be pointing toward a taxman base.
Sequence complete. Coordinates to this taxman base. Time for a degree of violence.
We need the codes to that satellite, or this whole plan is beached.
Sparky, you and your team know what to do. Take that base. Slot the data mass and I'll start the hack. Wow, that kicked the nest. Taxman on the way. Hold him off while I finish up. Still working. Keep him off my back.
here, like you. I toiled, friends, I toiled. But I pulled myself up, dusted myself off, and purchased my future. Join me here, in orbit, out of the dirt, above everyone else. It's just better.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started. From her perch above
Prophet, fit.
gear.
Your rendezvous point is a cave. Coordinates marked. Lots of corpus traffic, so you'll want to do this softly.
Not an option. Comms just lit up. The taxmen are onto your quill. Sparky, get your team over there, now! This is the place. Eliminate those corpus teams before they find the quill.
Quills are always one step ahead. Never seen one take a hit. He'll be around, hiding somewhere.
Dead. What kind of quill walks into an ambush? Search the body. Though I suspect the corpus will have already snatched up our protocols. No protocols, just fish bait? This is a bust.
Nah. For everything a quill does, there's a reason. Tenno, got a shock spear handy?
Something lodged in that servofish's intake. A digital wafer?
Hand-etched. With numbers. Coordinates, maybe. I need the rest. Try to gut. Arachnoid. Tenno, get your fists up!
Another wafer, jammed in the intake. Coordinates, definitely. Pointing to somewhere on the Valis. You can keep fishing to be certain, but it seems to be pointing toward a taxman base.
Sequence complete. Coordinates to this taxman base. Time for a degree of violence. We need the codes to that satellite or this whole plan is beached.
Sparky, you and your team know what to do. Take that base. Slot the data mass and I'll start the hack. Corpus incoming. They'll try to stop what I'm doing. Prefer they didn't. Nearly complete. Ish.
Looks like they'll wipe the grid before we can lock the place down.
Wait, show me that. Drone patrol route. Custom programmed in the middle of nowhere. Why would the taxman send this out there? Get after it, Sparky. Sparky, drone dead ahead. LD, when that thing's down, I need you to...
Way ahead of you. Quill encrypted data block. Working. Tenno, get between the drone and those mowers.
Alright, once we get this thing rewired, it'll auto-teleport to a destination of our choosing, where one of our people is waiting to pick it up. Here come the taxmen. Keep him off the drone till I'm finished with it. Bad guys are on the run. Feel free to pick off stragglers.
Satellite protocols are in the bag. Right, next steps. I'm coming out. Meet me on the field.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started.
Oh, welcome back. Always good to have a mate in the deep mines. Neff's always been messing with people, but in my estimation, people got it coming. The Valis' creatures, on the other hand, they don't deserve his ire. We're gonna cut him a break. Lightning quick you are. Mighty impressive. Joe's a real nasty little fella to eat, mate. Luckily, a muck bonnet's toxin wears out quick.
What is the holdup? I don't care what the problem is, fix it! Now!
Corporate seems to have left a buzzer droning all by its lonesome. Could be useful for us. Knock it down. Roots and fruits have control. Make sure nothing happens to our new buzzer. Corporate would rather destroy their own tools than let us have control. Don't let them touch our new toy. Shrooms are done with the drone. Couldn't see a lick of paint out of place on it either. Well done. Convol trumpet, eh? Don't believe everything you see. Word in the garden is that a few of Noko's sprotlings got into Neff's fungicide. Need you to find him and give him the jolt of life. Happy? Now get back to gardening. Couldn't even blink before you healed them all. Mighty impressive. Mercs are causing havoc left and right. Would you kindly weed out some of them muckers? smoke's ain't looking too hot. Double up your body count and we'll be done. Real glad you ain't on Neff's side, speedy as you are. Heard something interesting from one of the taxmen before they croaked. Time to move. Turns out, Neff's science lab has a back door into the deep mines, doing all sorts of nasty experiments on the Valis animals up there. Think you could sneak in there and put a stop to all that? Neff's taken some topside critters hostage. Free those vermin and see that they get out safe. Those critters almost look like they were having fun. Look at you cute little...
Sources are bottomless. I will spend you to death.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
All of the deep mines. That's me garden. And you're me gardener. Yeah, I suppose I'd be up for a trade. See anything you need? It's all good. Good on ya. Don't be careful out there. I reckon our little prince there is a bit famished. He'd love some Fergalite, if he got some. Can't let invasive pests into your garden, 'cause your garden, it ain't got no line of defence against them, except you. You've been fighting for the fruits and roots, so I'll let you share in their bounty. Used to think that I did hard work that others couldn't. Then I realised there was a difference between couldn't and shouldn't, and I stopped doing that work. Today I need you to deal with muckers who wouldn't learn that lesson. Almost there. Finish them off. As long as you're around, these pests won't make any progress. Let's see if you can hit the next job just as fast. A violet's bane. That's enough to make someone sick.
Corpus! The void sees you. It sees you holding back. What more can you give? Remember, my success will be your success. Whether you find those riches here, or in the great beyond.
Ah, this one. This task's important. Neff's poison water is making the Sprodlings sick. Need you to find them and get them jumping again. Think that one liked you. The Sprodlings are bouncing back to health in record time. Here's hoping they're more careful about what they eat next time. New pest in the garden. Mucking invasive arachnoids, trampling all the fruits and crushing the roots. Don't need to tell you what needs doing, do I? You know what'll make it poke its ugly head out? A bunch of dead corpus. Try it and see. Get stopped. Did that thing owe you money? Could have sworn that was personal. Look at these taxmen, leaving their drones floating around. Bring that thing to the ground. We'll make it ours. Ooh, you took a no? Try to stay away from those myself. Roots and fruits are all over that thing. Lots to learn. Lots to learn. Should have known those muckers wouldn't let us go without a fight. Keep them off the drone. Blister stalk, eh? That's a spicy one. I'm impressed, mate. Drone barely has a scratch on it. This is going to be mighty useful. Do what Noko used to do and send them a message. Take out as many invasive corpus as you can. Looks like we've got a fresh batch of invasives moving in. Let's mulch them. You're about halfway there. Keep knocking them down. almost scary how quick you work. Got another task for you. You hear that? It's almost peaceful down here. Don't rest too easy though. Always got more work for you.
Corpus, you can't even conquer a hole in the ground. What am I paying you for?
A valuable lesson.
Corporate. So, you want to talk gardening, foraging, outfitting? You come to the right place, mate. Yeah, roots and fruits missed, okay? You see, it's hard to live and grow when you've got an army of mercs trampling all over you. Need you to fight for them, like Noko used to. Looks like the mercs are onto us. That was very fast.
Let me guess. The Tenno? Send reinforcements! Kill the betrayers!
Got a arachnoid situation that I need you to take care of. Mucking thing has been causing issues all over. Cause a ruckus and see if you can get him to scuttle out here. There's the damn pest. Send him to the dirt. Absolutely vicious. Remind me to stay on your sunny side. A thorn tooth is a fruit you want when you're looking to make a pin cushion out of someone. Noko's little swaddling's helping keeping me garden safe, but Neff's poison has been taking its toll. Find those tykes and nurse them back to health. Off they go. You're quicker than you look, mate. Sproddlings would hate to play you in hide and seek. That's for sure. Merc swarming like invasive pests. Time to show him whose garden this is. Corporate just don't know when to call it quits. More riffraff inbound. Feeling the heat? Blister stalks are spicy enough to give me the sweats. half of them down. Fruits and roots are feeling better already. They're out of reinforcements. Clean them up. That's the last of the Mercs. Poor muckers didn't stand a chance against you. Like I always say, the deep mines is a garden. And I mean corpus. Taxmen are getting too comfortable around these parts. Go thin them out. Keep it up, mate. Once you cut down the other half, you can move on. You cleared them out right quick. Mercs will think twice before they come round these parts again. You can't get rid of invasives for good, but you can slow them down. And today, you gave the roots and fruits a fighting chance. Go put your feet up.
Corpus, do better.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Sparky, right. We're all here.
Cool.
Let's
Sure. I can leave. Just don't wanna. Feel rooted to this place. I do. You got your fruits above ground and your roots below ground. The fruits is the pretty part. The roots though, that's where the magic is. You see Noko out there? Give me best.
Sorrowful soprano. Sorrow is a poison, and yet some drink it like wine. One such was Lucinia.
I am sorrow, and suffering is my lot. But today the burden is too much to bear. If my pain is avenged, perhaps it will be lifted a little. The ducks are guarding their pay chests. Blood money, every coin of it. Repay them for the misery they have caused.
That is not yours, you putrid dimwit.
Perhaps Lucinia's misery would end if she inflicted suffering upon others. Others who deserved it.
I heard that in the Undercroft, we may prevent tragedies from ever occurring. If that is true, please, see what lies under its veil.
Jackal. A graceless machine with no business here. Dispatch it and move on. Evade! You can attack later. The body is well armored. The limbs, less so. Do not hesitate to attack when an opening presents itself. Avoid the beams. Now, strike while it's down. You have triggered its defensive precepts. Find where it has fled to. It has support. Change your focus. your fury upon what is vulnerable. It will not get up again. Finish it. Jackal destroyed. More will follow, no doubt. Some nightmares recur.
No further warnings.
At first, Lucinia felt some comfort from her actions. At least she was doing something. But her sorrow grew.
Thrax has had many secrets buried over the years. Evidence of his cruelty, fragments of ruined lives. Bring those secrets to light again.
Lucinia wept for those she was hurting. She tried to dismiss it as weakness, but her heart rebelled.
Akrithis tells me the void is emotion's keeper. Nowhere is the void stronger than in the Undercroft. Why does it howl so? Please, answer its cry.
No quarry in sight.
What a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to beg once more? You will never pry the Yanis. This is not over!
As if with a prophet's gift, Lucinia could see disaster looming. But she could not turn aside.
Poor lost lambs, where can their mistress be? It would be too sad a fate if the wolves took them. Round them up, good drifter.
Congratulations, Drifter! Finally, you have found creatures who look up to you.
Even as she prepared to risk everything on a final reckless gamble, Lucinia already knew the outcome.
A man nearby is marked for execution. I would have him die in pain for what he has done. So spare him today, so he may face an even darker fate.
They are hostile, aren't they?
I'm sorry. I dragged you into this spiral, and now I've just doomed us both. It's too much.
The Aura Worm must be subdued. For that, I offer you my Orpheus. The rest is up to you.
Sadness is the dragon that devours itself. It spawns many children. Lethargy, self-pity, self-doubt.
Lucinia's coils are racked with sorrow on this day. Her heart is ice, her breath a blizzard.
This is futile. Stop.
The Aura Worm cannot be subdued out in the open. Use the Orpheus and find a way to force it back to its lair.
will not carry you.
Master the brute while you can.
This. This is the future. Power. Precision. This is the future. Power. This is... This is the future. Power, precision, prestige. The pinnacle of the Warsmith's art.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We are finished here. Move on. We have got to find a terminal. Proceed and prepare. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. Walkers incoming. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Area completed. Move on.
Most cunning founder! With my life I protect your sacred crowns!
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
This is the future. Power.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You've triggered the alarms. Lose this data, and the mission will be a complete failure. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Walkers incoming. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
This is the future. Power, precision, prestige. The pinnacle of the warsmith's art.
Frogback, you're nothing if not predictable. I bet your advisors begged you to hide Adamos somewhere defensible and undetectable. But you had to show it off, didn't you? As an investor, I must say, I don't approve.
Glassed? You're the shadow investor? You ingrate. You could have had everything. And now you see...
Didn't design Animo to be a weapon, and I would have never disabled its governor.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
You always were clever, but you never did have vision.
On the contrary, I envision this whole venture will come crashing down around you.
Each Tenno attack on my ambulance has been logged, analyzed, and refactored from our Animo project. You've brought these Tenno to their deaths. A terrible miscalculation. You've learned nothing from me.
No, I've learned one thing back. Never underestimate the competition.
Our dropship response times are second to none, ensuring prompt delivery in mission-critical roles. Should have finished the job while you had the chance. That ambulance will live to fight another day.
opportunity. Hack into that ambulance and deploy this protocol.
Fire the artillery! Everything I own, I built. Worked my way to the top of the board from nothing. You create nothing. You earn nothing. You deserve nothing.
All we need is one more ambulance to be returned to the dropship.
Fire artillery! Scatter those stainless steel rats!
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
You're done, Fraud. This ends now.
Throw everything at them. They will not take this away from me. They will not win. They've not earned it.
I know this for certain, Fraud. You've earned this. I'm sorry, Animal. Execute the protocol.
What was that? My ship? Ah! Eject the bridge module! Eject it now!
Animal, once my pride and joy has been destroyed. I abandoned the project when I fled the Corvus. I should have known it was too powerful to leave in their hands. The Amulus proxies still exist, and the unknown.
Shall we? Thank you, dear. Very kind. Goodbye, dear. I'll see what happens.
My son. Yes, there are bounties, if you have the interest. This moon requires a curious mind and a firm hand. Much has been hidden from us on Deimos. The old ruins beneath the surface must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets. Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will guide you through. See what's happening down there. Tell me what he has been up to. Much has been hidden from us on Deimos. The old ruins beneath the surface must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets. Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will guide you through. See what's happening down there. Tell me what he has been up to.
I appreciate how much your kind enjoy bathing in spilled ichor and viscera, but I specifically asked for the life form to be sedated.
There is so much to be done here, so be it. Let's see what you're made of. Much has been hidden from us on Deimos. The old ruins beneath the surface must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets. Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will guide you through. See what's happening down there. Tell me what he has been up to.
Collecting tissue samples from infested can supply us with a biological key. Very unpleasant, but undoubtedly what we need. Just a little more.
Now we just need a jug to mash everything together in. Now we're cooking. Uh-oh. Something's coming. Don't let it grab the snacks!
Now take the concoction and throw it against the large cloaca I have marked on the map. You need to hit the orifice when you throw. Now we will need to start over. Protect the vessel while it is stewing. The stench is bound to draw infested.
Taking care of my wounds! See, Mother? Needlework was useful. Slapping on a med pack!
Good. Now take the concoction and throw it against the large cloaca I have marked on the map. There. Now we can progress into the tunnels. Do not dawdle! Airborne impurities from the infested have rendered these tunnels highly toxic to non-infested. We cannot access the vaults until the toxicity level has been reduced.
Slapping on a med pack!
Some of the infested are adding to the toxicity level. Deal with them quickly. Organic material from the infested can help counteract the environment and keep us alive longer. They are well adapted to this.
Taking care of my wounds! See, Mother? Needlework was useful. Slapping on a med pack!
These are the last of the infested in the area. The largest and deadliest specimens from deeper levels. Be careful.
Hey, the tox level's coming down! Now the infested have backed off. We can go to the vault! Just a little further! You're almost through the icky infested bits! The ruins await!
There is a necromech guarding the ruins. You will need to defeat it in order to roam the ruins.
Here's the big guy. He sure ain't pleased to see you, Chip.
I confess I had my concerns, but that was expertly handled. The Guardian is completely disabled. The Guardian of the Vault approaches. You must defeat it, Tenno.
And he's down. Never doubted you for a minute, Chip. Come on! I'll show you the locks on the vault.
Shed no tears for the necromech, for they are now relentless enemies to all, and there is no countermanding that.
Okay, power's on. Now we gotta use that code on the door.
You can only make 3 mistakes before the vault will lock permanently. Be sure before you input. Some of the knowledge that was brought back from the void never left these vaults. I hope you can find a use for it.
You are to be congratulated, Tenno. Few can confront the guardians of the Isolation Vaults. A fuller mastery of the Void and all its implications would be helpful, of course. But this must suffice for now. You are here to assist. This moon requires a curious mind and a firm hand. Much has been hidden from us on Deimos. The old ruins beneath the surface must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets. Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will guide you through. See what's happening down there. Tell me what he has been up to.
the isolation vault entrances. The infestation tunnels to reach them. If you gather the correct materials, you can persuade the infestation to open up for us. Think of it like gathering bait. Collecting tissue samples from infested can supply us with a biological key. Very unpleasant, but undoubtedly what we need. Just a little more. That should suffice. Place the components into the vessel.
Now we're cooking! Uh-oh. Something's coming. Don't let her grab the snacks! Now take the concoction and throw it against the large cloaca I have marked on the map. Warning, toxicity level on, but they will be inaccessible until the toxicity has been reduced. Certain infested organisms are massively increasing the toxicity levels. Eliminate them. Organic material from the infested can help counteract the environment and keep us alive longer. They are well adapted to this.
Infested are coming! If we can make it through these, we'll make it to the ice!
Hey, the tox level's coming down! Now the infested have backed off! We can go to the vault!
The Entrati ruins are close. Keep pushing, and you will be there in no time. There is a necromech guarding the ruins. You will need to defeat it in order to roam the ruins. The Guardian of the Vault approaches. You must defeat it, Tenno! Ah, the necromech Guardian is here. Defend yourself, Tenno! I confess I had my concerns, but that was expertly handled. The Guardian is completely disabled.
And he's down! Never doubted you for a minute, Ship!
They'll become before access is granted. Right this way.
Spooky, ain't it? I think the family forgot a lot of what's really down here. Even before the infestation, they'd begun to stay away. Well, most of them had. Power's on. Now we gotta use that code on the door.